Hello, guys. In this session, we are going to discuss a significant development on the U.S. immigration front that could have, far-reaching impact on Indian immigrants and others also across the world. So, if you look at it, Donald Trump, soon to be inaugurated as the 47th president of United States, and he already signaled his intent to make, considerable changes to the current immigration policies. So, a prominent change that he's proposing is to end the automatic citizenship by birth, which is a policy known as Soli. Okay, so this policy grants citizenship to anyone born in US soil, regardless of their parents' nationality or the immigration status. So the thing is that if you are born in US, you'll get the citizenship. That's the situation. So this proposed change, if you see, have raised concerns, especially among the Indian immigrant community in the US. So let's get into the details of it. And in this session, I'll be explaining the complete, details of this policy and what the proposal and everything. Okay. Okay. So I hope you can see the right. Okay. So let's try to understand Jasoli and the automatic citizenship that I have just before mentioned. See, if you see the United States, Jasoli means that any child born on American soil automatically receive the US citizenship, whether the child is born in Alaska or the mainland. So if the child is born in, US, he or she will get the citizenship. So this policy has been foundational in American law, and it shaped immigration dynamics for the generations. Now, countries like Brazil, Mexico, Canada, and several others across Central and South America, as well as Pakistan, also follow the same policy, Jasoli, and which is granting the citizenship by birth. So India once had a similar policy, but has since it revoked it later. Okay, so if you see automatic citizenship, it has allowed many families, including millions of Indian immigrants, to envision a future in the United States for their children. So they go there, and if the child is born over there, automatically become the citizen of US, and that was considered actually as very good, right? So now let's look at the appeal of birthright citizenship for immigrants. See, automatic citizenship by birth has long been, draw for immigrants, including those from India. And often legal immigrants working on short-term visas have children in the US, granting their child US citizenship. So this citizenship often provides a basis for the family to extend their stay in the US, and that is actually allowing them to raise their child with the advantage of American citizenship. So the child is getting American citizenship, and the parents can extend their stay in US also. So some families, including the immigrants with undocumented immigrants, have sought to use this policy to establish more permanent foothold in the US. But Trump views this policy as problematic, especially regarding the undocumented immigrants or the illegal immigrants. So the policy is mainly looking to target the illegal immigrants. And let's look at Trump's opposition to automatic citizenship. See, Donald Trump has constantly, you can see, opposed, and consistently he have opposed during the, his election campaign also. And this current policy of automatic citizenship by birth, Jasoli. So he argued that it incentivizes illegal immigration by providing pathway to citizenship for children born to the undocumented parents also. So if the child is born, the child is getting the citizenship, and that is like incentivizing the undocumented immigrants, who are the parents of the child. So by ending this policy, what Trump is expecting is US can curb such kind of illegal migration more, and that can deter people from entering the country unlawfully also. So his position basically resonate with a segment of certain segment of American public who are legal immigrant, and at the same time American population as well. So basically they see the birthright citizenship as a loophole that allows families to exploit the immigration system. So that's why it got recognition also. Now let's look at the proposed changes and their legal implication. In case if Trump proceed with this policy change, then what will happen? He may issue an executive order to end automatic citizenship by birth, but such decision is likely to face immediate legal challenges. And the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment guarantees citizenship to anyone born on US soil. And that makes this a very complex legal matter. So the opponents basically argue that any attempt to change birthright citizenship would undermine America's foundational principles. And it would likely lead to a prolonged legal battle in the US Supreme Court. If you see, when we talk about the foundational principle, means the basic structure of constitution that we discuss in our context, it's the same. So the court would ultimately decide whether Trump order aligns with or contradicts the US Constitution, and it can be a long-term legal battle also. Okay, now look at the potential impact on Indian immigrants and the future generation. See, for Indian immigrants, especially those who legally residing in the US on work visas, this policy change can or it will or it could disrupt their plans to secure a stable future for their children in the country. Many Indian families rely on birthright citizenship to ensure that their children have the security and benefits of the US citizenship. And if Trump succeeds in ending automatic citizenship, thousands of Indian families may have to rethink their plan to settle in the US, and their children may no longer enjoy the same privilege and opportunities as American citizens that they are getting by birth. So the most attractive feature why they stand at this point of time over there is to give a future for better future for the children and who are born in US by getting the automatic citizenship. Let's look at the long-term consequences for immigration pattern. See, if Trump's policy changes, these changes, if it is becoming a law, then it could significantly impact the US immigration pattern as such. So many individuals who would have previously sought to establish roots in the US through their children may reconsider their plan. So the deterrent effect could be particularly strong among the undocumented immigrants. So the policy is mainly targeting the undocumented immigrants, but it could also discourage, highly skilled immigrants from choosing the US as a place to work and raise families. So see, the move is basically targeting the undocumented immigrants, but it will also prevent the very skilled professional also to go to US and settle there, because they also realize that their children won't be getting the citizenship by birth. One of the attractive feature why these skilled workers are legally going over there and settling there is again for their children only, mostly, right? So additionally, if you see, Trump's approach may lead to mass deportation and a shift towards stricter immigration enforcement in the future. Now, let's conclude this discussion. Okay, see, guys, this Trump's proposal to end this automatic citizenship by birth could profoundly or have a significant impact on US immigration, especially for the Indian families and other immigrant communities as well. So if the policy changes implemented and upheld by the US Supreme Court, it will alter the immigration landscape and redefine who can access US citizenship. So as Trump administration moves forward, we can expect to see, shift towards an inward focused US that prioritize American citizenship as a matter of heritage over birthright. Okay, so it should be like a heritage. It's not a birthright. By birth, you should not be getting that citizenship. That's the policy that which is it's a kind of inward focused approach. So this change may have significant consequence for those planning to build a life in the US as well as for global immigration patterns more broadly. So this is the impact, and this is what I wanted to discuss. So thank you for attending the session. See you guys in the next video.